let's stop buying those two-piece sets on TikTok shop and not going to the gym, okay? I know it's so comfortable wearing athleisure, but I feel like when is the athleisure going to turn into athletics, okay?
Hi, guys. Welcome back to Elevators Podcast.
Hey, how are you guys doing? Oh my goodness, it always feels good being back for another episode. What's up, girl? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you? I'm so excited to be back. I feel like I really appreciate the weekly debriefs we're doing.
I know, me too. I feel like it just sets me up for the week. I love it.
Agreed. What you been up to?
Girl, still trying to get my place in order. I know last time we talked, I just came back from my trip, so I'm just getting back into work. I've been working out, and I'm excited for fall. I don't know what it is. I know Miami, we get no type of fall weather, real fall weather, but I just really love the fall season. So I'm getting into my cinnamons and my pumpkins and all the things, just getting ready for the fall season. What about you?
I feel like it gets a little nippy down here. Last year, maybe.
Nippy?
Yes, it gets a little nippy, girl. I had to put on a sweater once or twice. I was like, oh, hold on. It's giving New York.
Not as getting nippy in Miami.
It was last year. I think it was more around January or something like that, but it definitely got a little brisk at some point. But I'm good, chilling. Still also working on the house, girl. So take your time. Settling in takes a very long time. You want to make sure you got the pieces you really are happy with. Don't rush it. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Take your time.
Yeah, and I actually got some help, so I'm excited about that. Maybe I need to see if I could bring her on to the podcast, but she's amazing. One of my friends, she's down here. She's super talented, so she's also helping me get my things together. Listen, we had Jody on our show before, and I think she said this, and it was perfectly said. Sometimes you need to solicit for help. You can't do everything on your own. You need to get people to help you do things, and I'm it's taking too much time. I'm looking at too many links. So I'm I need help. And she literally gave me a full design. So hopefully I can share that with you guys soon as just things come in. But yeah, I'm excited.
Agreed.
I'm excited for this show because we got a lot to talk about.
I know. But yeah, definitely hire a professional where need be. But how are you balancing everything? Are you still going to the gym? What's going on?
Yes, back in the gym. You know what I don't like is when you take a vacation, and I'm pretty good at working out on vacation, but for some reason on this last trip, I went to the gym a couple days before the trip, and then after that, I literally did nothing. Well, I'll also say Cartagena wasn't really a place for working out. We walked up and down the streets, of course, but yeah, I was struggling this week getting back in the gym, and I'm also struggling with trying to figure out what I'm doing with all my memberships. I have 2 different gyms that I go to, and I'm it's becoming a lot. It's getting expensive. It's becoming a lot.
We don't talk about that enough, how expensive it is to be a wellness girly, but we gonna get into it, so y'all stay tuned for that. In the meantime, I want to go through a quick review that somebody left us. I thought it was so sweet. They said, "Hey ladies, I stumbled upon your podcast today and I love it. I love to see my Miami ladies doing such amazing things. I can't wait to see your platform continue to thrive." Thanks, girl. We appreciate you.
That is so sweet. Thank you so much.
Make sure you guys are leaving us messages on SpeakPipe or, reviews on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We did have a couple of them on Spotify too. We got to remember to check those, Amanda.
Yes.
But definitely leave us comments. We read them and would love to read some on the show. So hit us up, contact us. Also, Amanda says she's ready to give advice. So make sure y'all come to the Speak Pipes with some tea so we can help you get
That's right.
things. And that could look like very different things, whether it's your relationships or your career. Talk to us and we'll help you through it. But yes, I love reading the comments. Excited to talk about what's been going on these days in the media, girly. What you got for the Unfiltered segment?
That's right. We are going to get into Unfiltered right now. And I just seen something that I thought was very interesting. So we all know Kris Jenner. We love Kris Jenner, Momager, and all the things. But we also noticed that she got a brand new face and she looks incredible. She looks amazing. She's definitely giving the girls a run for their money. Yes, she looks snatched and so good. So she recently opened up to Vogue Arabia and she shared this is her second facelift and it was approximately $150K. Yes, 6 figures to get a brand new face. I know everybody ain't got it. Everybody can't do that, but Chris definitely can. So, I know we may be getting a little bit of that on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. If we know the Kardashians, we know we're gonna get maybe like the full scoop on the reality show. But I just thought it was really interesting for her to spend 150K for a second facelift. It looks amazing. I'm not gonna lie, if I had the money to do it, I probably would at her age. What about you?
Honestly, I'm doing it. No questions asked. I'm doing it. 150K is insane.
Mhm.
Just ladies, don't forget the hands. Don't forget the hands and the neck because your face can look like you're 30 and your hands can scream your actual age. So also that's why it's so funny. My boyfriend was telling me his mom always tells him like don't use hot water, like always use cold water when you
Mhm.
can because it like ages your hands very much. And I'm like, that's so great. Like that's such a woman thing to think of, right?
To
Like,
say, yeah.
yes, it's such a female thing to say, and I'm like, I love that. Love, love,
Yo, we're
love that.
literally sometimes becoming our moms
Yes.
because my mom keeps like lotion in her like armrest of her car. Now I got lotion in my armrest of my car. I'm like always trying to rub my lotion on my hands, little vitamin E oil, little cuticle oil, because it's so true what you said. Like your hands and your neck will always
They
reveal
gonna tell the
that true
truth.
age.
They gonna
They're
tell
gonna
the
tell the truth
truth every time,
all the time, all the time.
every
So
time, but
definitely
I'm
take care of
doing
your
it.
neck and your hands, ladies.
I'm doing it 150 and I got it. Charge it. And I mean, the second facelift sort of thing is a little scary, just like going under the knife at that age generally is very scary. But I'm happy she looks amazing. I'm sure she feels amazing, and that's all that matters. Like, you know, it don't matter what I gotta say. It don't matter what you gotta say as long as she feels good. So good for her. But it also makes me think about just like wellness and like taking care of yourself and how expensive it is to be a wellness girly. I am overwhelmed.
Girl, overwhelmed is not even the word. Honestly, being a woman who takes care of herself is expensive, no
Period.
matter how you look at it.
Mhm.
It costs just to walk out the door. Like, and I've said this, we say this all the time and I know we literally went viral for saying like our maintenance, but just being a person, a human, a girl, just being a girl is expensive. And even if you're not a woman who is into like makeup and, things that people would deem as, I guess, high maintenance, it
Cosmetic,
still
yeah.
costs. It still costs. It literally still
It
costs.
literally costs to be a wellness girly. On average, how much do you think you spend overall on being a wellness girly? I'm talking like Pilates, gym, da da da, da, all the things. Let's list out what we spend to just be a wellness girly. Period.
Let's do it. And if I have to guess, I would say close to maybe 3,000. And that might be on the higher end, but let's list it out. Okay,
Wait, wait, wait.
so
So you would say like 3,000 a month on being a wellness girly? Is that what you're saying?
no, I'm saying if we add everything up, which we're getting ready to do, I will say it might be approximately 2,500 to 3K. I might be pushing it, but let's do it.
On average, I spend 250 to 300 on Pilates.
Okay. And that's going how many times? How many times a month?
That's a monthly, like, membership, 250 to 300.
So for me, the gym, I want to say it costs about 325 because I have 2 gym memberships.
Woo, child. Groceries, right? Because we gotta be healthy.
Oof.
Monthly, I want to say 1,200 for 2 people.
Really?
Yeah. What, is that a lot or a little?
That's a lot. But you
Yeah,
know what?
girl.
I think people underestimate because I know myself.
Mhm.
All power to the people who go to one grocery store. I gotta go to Publix. I gotta go to Whole Foods. I gotta go to my local Hispanic market, Bravo,
Absolutely.
Serrano's, Key
I'm
Foods,
going to the meat
because I
market for
get my
certain
meat
things.
one place, I get my produce one place, and I notice how I didn't put other stores in there. But like every store doesn't create everything equally. Like we all like things from different places.
Mhm.
And and let's not even mention like your house items that you need. But I go to like 3 different grocery stores. So honestly, I could see 1,200 for 2 people, but for me, yeah, I'd say maybe like 500,
A month?
about.
No way.
Is that a lot? Is that a lot or that's a little?
It's a little. Where the heck you shop
But
at?
also I'm not even counting eating out
I
on
was just
top of
gonna
that.
say, okay, that was the caveat because if we're talking about wellness, we talk about groceries, we talk about eating at home because, oh my God, we gonna get into that. But like being healthy and eating out, oh baby, you might as well go to a 5-star restaurant because the avocados at a restaurant is $20. It's crazy. But
And my sushi craze right now is nuts. I'm like we gotta pull back. I
Girl,
went to a
you better
restaurant
start
the other
going
day. I was
kooky
like, "Oh, I'm gonna
strong.
go on a cute little solo date." By the way, ladies, please put scheduled time in your calendar to take yourself on solo dates. You deserve to go and sit by yourself and be with your own thoughts and treat yourself. I love a solo date, but I don't love when that bill comes and I have to pay for my solo date. I went and had
With your
sushi
solo
by
card.
myself. I don't like the solo card. I like to use somebody else's card. But I literally had sushi. And if you eat sushi, you know it's not filling. And it was like over $100 for me. I'm like, what did I order? I only had like 4 pieces.
Girl, you
It
better
was
start going to
bad.
Sushi Song. I be trying to tell you, it's so
I
good.
need to.
It's so
I
good.
need to. Omakai ran me up this week. I'm like, nah.
Girl,
Let me get the water. Listen, let me get the water. I don't wanna know.
I don't want nothing else, not an extra ponzu sauce, nothing, honey. Hold everything. No,
How
sushi's
much was
so
the service
expensive.
charge? I'm literally looking at the bill like, "Sheesh."
Girl, no, seriously, sushi's so expensive. But yeah, eating out and eating healthy is very expensive overall, and I really wanna get into that a little more in depth. But okay, so
So we touched groceries. Yeah.
facials. How much do you spend on facials monthly?
I would say facial can run me about 250 a month. Mhm.
Massages are a part of wellness because if you're working out, you're doing all this stuff, your body's gonna be sore, you gotta take care of it. I like monthly passes at a lot of these sort of chain places are around like 250 to 300.
Mhm.
How
That's
much
true.
do you spend on your supplements though? Because you are a supplements girly.
Girl, I definitely am a supplements girly. I'm gonna tell you how much I spend. I would say on average, supplements, if we are thinking about everything, can run you about 400, maybe more, maybe a little less. Here's what I'm thinking. Supplements don't just consist of your vitamins only because you also have protein powder and you may take L-glutamine, you may take amino acids, you may take BCAAs. Like if you're going to the gym, like there's other things that you're taking on top of your multivitamin, your B12, your maca root, there's so
Baby,
many
baby,
things
you
that you could
lost
take.
me.
Your hair, skin, and nail vitamins, like vitamin E oil, like vitamins, also wellness shots. Like if you're taking ginger shots, all those things I would say would run you about 400. And it's not a monthly thing, obviously, because those things usually last more than a month, but that's expensive. It's very expensive.
That's very expensive and we should total it
So
up.
all of that, if we add it up, let's add all of that up, and it will basically run us about 3,000.
No, let's add it up.
Okay, we're gonna calculate all together what it costs on average to be a wellness girly. Pilates, 300. Gym membership, 125. Massages, 300. Facials, 250. Groceries, 1,200. And supplements, 400. Where are we at?
You get all that for a whopping $2,575 to be a wellness girly per month.
Wow. And we didn't even calculate the matcha.
Don't add the matcha.
Don't add
Girl,
the matcha. The matcha is needed, okay? Don't
honestly,
include the
I
matcha.
just
That's
feel like
expensive.
that is
That's
expensive.
rent and mortgage for people.
No, it is. And it's like and it's definitely a social media thing and a marketing thing, but like there's just so much pressure to be a wellness girly. I feel like there's especially a silent pressure that feels like if you're not doing all of these things, then you're not taking care of yourself. And maybe it's just me because I feel guilty about like not going to the gym as much as I want to. You get what I'm saying? But like every time I open my app and I'm seeing like a matcha and a Pilates outfit, I'm like, oh my God, stop trying to tell me I hate myself because I'm not doing these things.
Yeah, I agree. And I feel like social media doesn't make it any easier. I feel like there's so much content that's super hyper focused on the aesthetics of being a wellness girl. And quite frankly, I think that and we're content creators too, right? So we're like, I'm saying this from like that lens and that perspective. Like the mini vlogs and all, the different content that's out there about being a wellness girl, like those things are expensive, from the workout sets to I'm joking about the matcha to like the Pilates to the gym memberships, like all those things are super expensive. And I also want to note that you don't have to have all those things to be a wellness girl. Like it's not, I think perception is one thing, but like you can literally do these things with $0. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that. So definitely keep listening. But yeah, I think
No, I
I think
agree.
social media puts a lot of pressure on being a wellness girl.
I agree. And I think that now wellness has more so become not only about marketing, but about how much money you spend on yourself. It's like there's this idea if you spend more money on yourself, then you're more well. And down
Girl,
to the groceries, literally like a regular tomato is $2, an organic one is $5. Like, what? are we even
Mhm.
talking about? It's almost we are really at a point as society where it's like, if you don't spend X amount of dollars, you're not X.
That's
How did
horrible.
we get
I
here?
hate that.
How do we get here?
Yeah, I
Especially when it
hate
comes to
that.
wellness.
It almost gives, like there's classism in being healthy. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
the higher class, I feel like when it comes to, like, wellness, goes to all the gyms or has 3 memberships at gyms, and then maybe a middle class would have 1 gym, and maybe a lower class maybe just works out at their home. Like, I feel like it's kinda crazy to think about it like that.
Yeah, the economics behind it, and even
Yeah.
again, down and it's because I cook at home so much, but, like, down to the food shopping, the fact that I need to pay more money for organic, healthy stuff, which is should be the bare minimum, should be a crime. Like,
Mhm.
it's insane how much more money organic and healthy food unprocessed food is
Yeah,
wild.
and I hate the access. Like, I hate that being healthy is so hard for people who live in underprivileged communities or, it's super hard for them to access the Whole Foods and they're only they only have access to like, corner stores or groceries that don't have organic foods. I don't like that. The access to getting healthy food is so difficult for people who aren't able to access it. And
Mhm.
that's why I think there's like a grocery store in LA. I cannot think of the name, but there's like a grocery store in LA that I think it might be in Compton or something like that. But I want to say like it's free for like the public.
Supermarket 8. Is that what you're talking about? I think it's like
It
Supermarket
might be.
8. First of all, let me take a little moment to shout out. The founder is a Fortune and Forks member, and
Yay!
everything is organic. I am blanking. I almost think it is Supermarket 8, or no, I think it's just called Supermarket, but it's in like a really cool way, but it's owned by a
Mhm.
Black woman. Yes, she gives to the
Yes.
community. Yes, everything is
Love that.
organic. So pull up on her. Make sure you guys are shopping. That's so crazy. I love that for her.
Yeah, I think that like, I love stuff like that, like
Mhm,
but no, I agree with you. I think it's so interesting how much more, like, being healthy costs, and I'm wondering, like I mean, I know that there's, like, long-term effects of eating better, of course,
mhm.
for the longevity of your life, but it's like, sheesh, like, carton of good eggs is, like, $20, and the regular eggs that may be full of hormones is $3. It's just
It's
like,
crazy.
the price gouging is just insane. You can go to one store and something costs something, and you go to another store and it costs way less. It's just horrible.
And then riddle me this, and then when you do, like, DIY stuff, it's like, yeah, you're trying to save money, but, like, sometimes you end up, like it's like a fail. So have you ever done, like, a wellness DIY sort of thing and then, like, failed at it? And it was, like, a
Well,
miserable fail, like, trying to save money, and then you're like, "Damn, I should've just went and spent the money or something."
a wellness DIY. I'm trying to think if I've ever done one. I'm sure I
Or there was, like, a
have, but
wellness fail for you?
I don't know if I would say a wellness DIY. But okay, a quick little story time. Let me tell you guys. All right, wellness, as we mentioned, can also be facials, right?
Mhm.
Oh, there was a facial. I was literally doing my research online. There was like, and I'm not gonna say the name of the place that I went, but it was in Atlanta. If you could put two and two together by all these details, you can probably figure out where I went. But I went to a place in Atlanta, and the only reason I'm not saying the name is because I don't want to say that it's in favor if you go there. I just feel like I had a good experience, but I don't wanna say because 'cause I've heard some horror stories actually from this facial. So, it's, like, called, like, a mela something, like, melanin or Melanex peel, chemical peel facial. This facial takes off 5 layers of your skin. So at the time, I had a lot of like hyperpigmentation and I wanted to get rid of it. Like, I was like, I need to get rid of this hyperpigmentation. And apparently, this chemical peel got rid of it. So, what I didn't know, I took the flight to Atlanta, went and got the facial. But what I did not realize is that I needed to keep on like this orange mask on my face for 5 hours after the chemical peel. If you've ever had a chemical peel before, there's levels to it. Like I've had chemical peels
So this
where
was a
I've
strong
gone to the
one.
this is a strong one. So I've had one where I've gone to a dermatologist and you walk right out and then you peel a couple days later. I've never left an actual, I guess, health dermatology spa office where you had to keep the facial or the chemical peel on your face. So the problem was I booked my flight for the day. Like I literally was in Atlanta in the morning and was leaving that night. So I want to say my appointment was like around 1 something. I had this chemical on my face. Mind you, again, 5 hours. I had to go to the airport. right after my appointment, girl.
Screaming.
So I traveled. I wondered if I'm gonna put a picture up on the screen so you guys can see, but I traveled in the airport. Like, think of Jim Carrey the
Was
mask
just gonna
with an
say that, so it was giving Jim Carrey, honey.
think Jim Carrey the mask. I had an orange mask on my face in the airport. This girl that worked at the Delta counter was like, "Ma'am, are you okay? Like, is everything okay?"
Amanda. My
And I'm like,
God.
"I paid $500 for the I paid 500. Remember I said facials can cost 250. I paid $500 for this thing because 'cause I'm like, I'm pulling out all the stops. I want these dark spots gone. And they really were gone. Like, it took it took all my hyperpigmentation off my face. Like, I was a believer. But I had to take that orange mask on the flight, and I had to go into the bathroom on the flight and wash it off because I hit the 5-hour mark on my flight. It was nuts.
Girl. Not TSA let you through. I'd have been like,
No, for real.
ma'am,
You know, that's kinda crazy to think about it like that because 'cause I'm like, they probably couldn't tell it was me.
how could they tell it was you? That's so crazy that they let you through, I ain't gonna lie. That's
Mm,
kinda wild. I wanna speak to a supervisor, but I'm happy it worked for you. Good for
it
you.
did. The
Yeah, I feel like
results
I've
were really
never done,
good.
like a wellness DIY. Like, I'll do stuff at home, especially, like, cosmetic stuff for my skin and stuff. I think oh, actually, no, you know what I do at home? It wasn't really a fail, but, like, ice baths. Like,
Mm,
so ice baths and saunas, like, I will say if you are doing ice baths, though, you have to be careful to not catch frostbite. In fact, if you are gonna do, like, an ice bath at home, you have to keep the water between 50 Fahrenheit and 59 Fahrenheit, and then you're supposed to apparently limit your sessions between, like, 10 and 15 minutes, and if you can, like, wear gloves and socks, that's even better. But, yeah, you could get frostbite from doing ice baths at home, so you wanna be careful.
that's crazy. I was just trying to also think of something else I might have done. This is more cosmetic, but I think I was trying to do waxing at home. Shout out to the girls that do facial waxes, underarm waxes. I could never do that. I
Oh.
tried to wax my face and ended up peeling my skin off. I was like, "This
How
is
did
it."
you do that?
Girl, I bought one of those little Sally Henson waxes that you put in the box, and I literally, like, put it on my mustache, and I ripped it so fast that a piece of my skin came off. I was done. I was like, "This is it. Laser me." Oh my gosh, we didn't even talk about laser. Laser's also expensive. But yeah, I'm
My
like, "I'm done."
God.
We forgot
That's so
laser.
crazy. Well, laser I
Mhm.
feel like is a little more cosmetic, not wellness.
It could be wellness though. Some people have ingrown hair issues.
Fair,
So, and I think
fair.
there's some I wanna say I've had a friend say that she had to get laser hair removal because it was recommended by her gynecologist. So, I
Oh,
think that in some aspects there can be some health elements to it, but it is mainly like a cosmetic thing. But yeah, girl, the skin came off. I was like, "I am done. This
that's
is it."
crazy. Yeah, wellness is getting out of control. At this point, I'm like, there's $200 yoga mats. I'm like, are we
Mhm.
buying health or are we just buying aesthetics? Like, what's going on here? You know what I mean?
I agree. I think it's a combination of both. I think that as a girl, I'm a girly girl. I love aesthetics of things. Like we love, things that look a certain way, but I like things to also be functional. To that point, I do want to say, ladies, let's stop buying those two-piece sets on TikTok shop and not going to the gym, okay? I know it's so comfortable wearing athleisure, but I feel like when is the athleisure going to turn into athletics, okay? When is it? Because we need to see some movement, okay? We cannot look the part but not be doing the part.
Girl, you
I'm
know I let her
guilty.
lick the
I'm
part too.
guilty. I love a nice yoga set, but I'm also gonna probably put it on because at some point I'm working, but I'm gonna work out in the gym as well. But I think we get too comfortable with wearing like athleisure on a day-to-day basis, but then not making it to the gym. It's kind of crazy.
Not you trying to clock me. Not you trying to
I'm
clock
sorry.
me because I am very much I'm in athleisure 4 to 5 times a week. How many times am I in the gym? 0. So not you trying to clock us talk about we have to minimize how much we wear athleisure. Okay?
Or if you're gonna wear it, I think that
Make the effort to
also
go to
just
the
in your
gym.
mind plan to
Fine.
go work out.
Fine.
But I get it. It's comfortable. I get it. I'm guilty I'm guilty, all right? What's that TikTok sound? Something, case 1, guilty, whatever, something guilty, whatever, but I am that. Like, I love to wear athletic clothing, but I think it comes to a point where it's like, all right, we overdoing it sometimes. Like, we're wearing
Mhm.
these sets, but we're not going to do a set. Let's figure this out.
You know what else I've noticed though about just like the
Mhm.
wellness sort of marketing in general is that it's almost like a subsidiary of like soft life. Like
Mm.
it's like, if you want the soft life, then you need to put wellness first. Does that make sense? Like, it's
Mhm.
almost like a spin-off or, like, a love child of, like, soft life everything, and, like, you're doing yoga 6 times a week, and you're doing this, and this is a soft life, and, like, it's just like another marketing ploy, in my opinion. I'm like, "How did we get here?" Or, like, are we filling
Yeah.
voids? Yeah, I'm like, "Are we filling voids when we don't really wanna do the work?" Which is kinda like what you're saying about athleisure, where it's like, "Oh, okay, we wearing this, but, like, are you going to the gym?" And not to say that
Yeah.
one, it really means you have to do the other, but, like, let's hold ourselves accountable, you know?
I agree. I agree. I do think that I get the marketing for that because if we're being honest, I think that there's a certain pleasure we get from going to the gym, right? It's natural, it's a chemical, like it's like scientifically been proven. Like endorphins are released when you work out and so on and so forth. But I think overall working out changes your mood. So I think as a ripple effect, the soft life will come I guess if you're doing the things that you need to do in the gym to create that balance to where you're feeling good about yourself and in turn you may perform better when you're working. Like, I don't know, I can understand how the marketing is, I guess, marketed to us in that way because I think that working out has like a ripple effect on your overall life, if that makes sense.
Mhm. That does make sense, but how about, like I get that, I could see that, but it's still, like, the marketing behind it is crazy. It's to the point that, like, people are spending thousands of dollars to be at wellness spas like Amanji in Utah Amangiri? Like the
Mhm.
Amangiri, Utah
The one that they
wellness
have in like
spa?
Saudi Arabia or something?
Yeah, they have a bunch of different locations, but the location specifically in Utah is like a wellness spa. It's called Aman Jiri, and it is 6K a night. 6K a night, Amanda. 6K a night. That's crazy.
That's expensive.
That's crazy to me. For a
Isn't there
wellness
like an
spa?
Equinox
Okay, wait,
gym?
time out. Let
Isn't
me
there
be
like a
clear.
mhm.
Right. Maybe go to there's an Equinox Hotel, which I love
No,
in New
the
York City.
hotel in New York, right?
Yes, I love that. That's
And
one of
that's
my favorite
expensive
hotels,
too.
and they're expensive. Yes, they are expensive. But it's also like and that's my thing, like, again, I can pay like, I'll pay for certain things, like, $6,000 a night for a hotel is cool, but, like, when you tell me $6,000 a night for, like, a wellness hotel, like, what are we gonna do, reverse my age? You know? And I'm not saying I pay less for, like, my health, but what I'm saying is, what why? Why? What are we doing
Uh,
here?
I think there's just certain things, I guess, as it relates to like luxury that people really enjoy and they wanna spend their money on that, but I'm like, even when I have it, I don't know if I'd wanna spend that. But you know what? I wouldn't wanna spend my money. Let me be clear on that.
Right, right. No, literally.
I do want the experience, though. I would love to go. I wanna
Mhm.
go. I wanna see what it's about.
Go. They could book us for sure. I'm just not spending my money on a wellness spa. I'm good for now.
That part.
Not that much money.
There are some ones that I would do though. There's like some more affordable ones. Like there's one in Sedona, there's one in upstate New York that like it's like a full like yoga retreat. I would do one, but like you said, I don't know if I'd want to break the bank to do that because like I don't think that you should break the bank in order to feel good. Like I think that there's a balance in order to be well, but to also make it affordable. Like I think there's different things that you could even do at home to experience that. Girl, we need to talk about food as it
I was
relates
just
to
about to
wellness.
say, I was literally just going to say that is where I break the bank. And that's why I spend
Yeah,
$1,200 food shopping every month because I like to eat at just like at certain things. Like you know, I'm making lamb chops, I'm making steak, like whatever I'm going to the restaurants for, I'm making it at home. And I don't mind
right.
doing that. So that's why I break the bank when it comes to like food, making sure it's organic. Like, and to me, sometimes I'm like, I don't even care if it's just marketing, but like give me that. Give me the organic stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it's just unfortunate that we live in a space where it's like higher value equals higher cost when it comes to like just regular human rights, like water and food. It's kind of crazy. But food is where I will break the bank when it comes to my wellness. I'm paying it.
Same, same. I agree. And I feel like when you try things that, like you said, there was like organic tomatoes versus non organic tomatoes, there's a difference in like the taste of things that are a little bit more expensive. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm like, there's levels like to like your meats, like that's why they have, like, grade A beef, like, there's levels
Grass-fed.
to yeah, grass-fed beef and all that, like, there's levels to it, and I noticed even with when I joked about the eggs, like, the more expensive eggs to me, I taste the difference than the regular white eggs, like, they don't taste the same, and also, like, it looks different, and I think just
Mhm.
girl, this is also something that I wanted to note that I wanted to say as well, even down to, like, I'm noticing even with, like, kids, like, they're developing, like, differently based on, like, all the hormones in the food.
Yeah.
Like, it's kinda crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
It is.
like, we have to pay attention to that, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like
Mhm.
food is health, like, what you put in your body, like, the things that you consume, like, it's goes from the inside out, so I'm with you, like, I will spend extra money on good quality food because you only get one body, like, you don't have another life, you don't get another stomach, you don't get another like, you I mean, granted, like, the medical field is advanced and, like, things can change if you need it, but I just think that we have to be very mindful of, like, what we eat and consume. We know it's expensive, and I'm like, that's where I think it makes sense to spend a little extra
Right,
money,
that
so
to
I'm
me is
with you on that.
the first step of wellness. It's not the Pilates mats, it's not the athleisure wear, it's not the going to the hot yoga class. The first step is what you're putting in your mouth, first and foremost. So Imma always work the bank for that. Then comes, are you doing your walks and all this other
Mhm,
stuff and blah, blah, blah. But and even, I know we're talking about food and, like, I will also say that, even when we think we buying organic, it's not always organic. I know there's like this whole like Whole Foods versus Trader Joe's thing. I personally,
mhm.
you cannot convince me that Trader Joe's is healthy because all their good stuff is frozen. You can't convince me. It's good. Don't get me wrong. I ain't saying I ain't gonna buy it, but I cannot be convinced that Trader Joe's is healthy at all. To me, it's
See
like
that. I love a Trader Joe's, but honestly, I can see that, and they're always just, like, having, like, these different, like, cool, like, seasonal things that always are just, like, different
interesting.
from any other store, but that's why I've made my way to Aldi. Have you been to Aldi?
Everybody raves about Aldi. I
You gotta
have
go to
not
Aldi.
I have not
Let
been
me
to
tell let me tell
Aldi.
you
I
about
need to
Aldi,
learn how
girl.
to shop Aldi too because I think I went in there once and I was very overwhelmed because it was not structured the way a regular
Mhm.
supermarket is, and it kind of
It's
rewired
different.
my brain, and I was like, "Hold on now.
It's
What's going
different.
on?"
I bought some frozen fruits from Aldi. I wanna say I got, like, 4 bags of, like, frozen fruits just to make smoothies, and I spent $10. 4 bags. Usually, I go to
Gotta go to
Publix or
Aldi's.
Walmart or any store, and 1 bag is $10. I got 4 bags of different fruits for $10. I like Aldi. Aldi is a good alternative to, like, a Trader Joe's and a Whole Foods for me, and it's very affordable.
Oh, I
You
need to
gotta
go
try it.
there. I need to go there. I've done the Whole Foods, but remember they got in trouble for, like, price gouging, and saying stuff was organic that was not organic, and I was like, "I knew that." But where do I shop? Publix. I shop at Publix. They're so expensive, but you know what's also expensive? These farmer markets, honey. They're
Girl.
originally, they were supposed to be, like, cheaper alternatives, direct, like, from farmer to table. Girl, they expensive too. They're just as
Yeah.
expensive. Maybe I need to find a new one, but I'm like, "Wow, ain't no break
Listen,
here. I'm about to start gardening in my yard," which I've been wanting
that
to
makes
do
sense.
anyways, but yeah.
Yeah, farmers market are expensive, but girl, you wanna know what else we should talk about that I think the girls are not gonna like, but the matchas and the salads, they cost too much.
The matchas and the salads
The
are
matchas and the
burning
salads
a
cost too
hole
much.
in our brain and pockets,
And I love matcha. We are a matcha stand podcast. We love matcha.
we love matcha.
Matcha outside your house, $20. But one thing I
$20.
will say, I have not mastered making a good matcha at home. I've tried. I like really need to
You
do
need to get
some
on your
research
TikTok.
and buy some really good grade matcha, but the matcha just always tastes better outside. I don't
Let
know
me tell
what
you
it is.
something. Right, I feel that, but I got a can of matcha this big from Publix. It was $25. I was like, "Excuse me?" Amanda, the
Yeah.
can was this big. I am not being dramatic. I was like, "Imma buy it anyways," because guess
Is it
what?
called Jade something?
It was white. I can't
Yep.
remember.
Yep.
But
Mhm.
it was good, don't get me wrong, but I was like, "Oh," like, wow, wow, matcha, really? Matcha, really? But we also buy
Expensive.
matcha outside for, like, $12 for 1 cup. So it's like, I guess this little
It's
can is worth
expensive.
it, and I think it lasted me, like 2 or 3 weeks of, like, matcha every day, so I'm like, "Hey, fine, I guess you can
I
have."
guess that's more affordable if you
It
think of
is.
it's definitely more affordable.
It is.
Yeah.
But I will also say that matcha is one of those marketing crazes right now where everybody's like, "Yeah, matcha, matcha, matcha." But, like, you need to be cognizant of, like, what is for you. Not everything is for everyone, and if you are, like, iron deficient, you have to be really careful with drinking matcha because apparently it blocks iron absorption,
Really?
yes. Yeah. Absorption. Yes. You won't be
I
able
did
to
not know
absorb
that.
like iron. If you have
Mhm.
a iron deficiency already and you're drinking matcha, it's gonna make it worse. Yeah. Especially if you're
Wow.
drinking it with, like, foods that you typically would process iron after eating.
You learn something new every day. I literally never knew that. And
Yeah.
I am thinking it's like green tea and it's just good for you because it's like a high grade of green tea.
No,
And
but also, like, too much
wow,
green tea will dehydrate you. So, like, everything in moderation, baby. Everything in
everything
moderation.
in life, everything needs to
Mhm.
be in moderation.
Has there ever been, like, a health or, like, wellness thing that you spent your money on where you were like, "This was dumb?" Kinda like matcha every day outside your house.
No, but I do have a crazy supplement story.
Hit it.
So I was trying to do like a detox. I guess you could say this is like that, but I was trying to do like a detox. And girl, so have you ever heard of like the 7-day cleaner?
No,
It
but it
sounds
sounds
crazy,
like you can't
anyways.
leave your house. Sounds like you can't leave your house for 7 days, girl.
The name, the name is nuts. 7-day cleaner. So I was looking at it because I was just looking at just different things like, to clean your blood, your liver. Like there's just like a detox that I wanted to do. And this one was highly like recommended. And I was like, I've had issues with like, they have like ballerina teas and detox teas. And I have had issues with those things because I feel like my stomach it just be in shambles and I don't want
Mhm,
that. I don't like that feeling. So this one was highly recommended. Apparently, like it didn't do this. Like it was literally just a detox and everything just naturally flushed itself out, if you know what I mean.
mhm.
So I did the 7-day detox and I think the first day that you take it, the night before you go to bed, you take 4 pills. It's insane though, because you take like 8 pills a day. So you take 4 pills at night, 4 pills in the morning.
Mhm.
So I went and took 4 pills at night, and I think I took 4 pills that morning, and I went to work normal. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go to work. Like I'm doing the cleanse. Nothing happened. My stomach wasn't fighting. Like it wasn't rumbling. They weren't beefing in there. Like I was like, all right, cool. I leave my job to go home and I am on the road and my stomach is and I said, the cleaner is working.
The
I need
cleaner
to
is
get
cleaning.
I need to get in that house ASAP. Girl, I was literally maybe like 4 or 5 minutes from my house and I'm trying to get home quickly because
Were
I'm
you
like,
sweating?
one thing about the cleaner, it doesn't hurt your stomach, but when you have to go, you need to immediately get to a
Were you
restroom. Like you
sweating?
cannot wait.
Were you sweating while you were driving? That's the worst.
I was talking to myself like I gave myself a pep talk like you're almost home. You're almost home. You're almost home. Like literally, the gate couldn't open quick enough. I didn't make it to my house. I literally shit my pants.
That's comedy. Girl, girl, that is terrible, but I feel like everybody has
Okay, but
that
not
one. I think everybody has that one time where that's happened to them, and I really think
never told
especially
outside of my close friends, y'all are in my business because I've never said this to anybody. I didn't
girl,
like fully do it, but it was like, oh,
let me
I'm
tell you.
embarrassed.
Let me tell you something. I think that happens to
Has that ever happened
everybody.
to you?
Expect not during a cleanse, but it happened when, like, my body was like, "Oh, you're not a kid anymore." Like, that adult switch where you're like, "Ooh, I can't eat certain things the way I used to just because your
Yeah.
body says no." Absolutely. That happened to me with Wingstop one time. I was so embarrassed.
Really? You had a shit your pants story too? I don't feel alone.
Girl, that happened to me with Wingstop one time. When I tell you I was so embarrassed, I'm not gonna tell the story because I will swallow a jean jacket before I tell that story. But when I tell you it was
What?
bad.
Now you gonna let me tell my story, but you ain't gonna
No,
tell your
because your
story. It's
story wasn't that
crazy.
bad. My story.
We have mics. We cannot hold out.
No, girl, let me tell you,
Swallowing a jean jacket is nuts.
nah, you not gonna beat it out of me. Not me, not this one, because it was that bad. I was like, "Oh, wow, so won't be eating Wingstop again." It was
Wingstop. This is
so
a
bad.
Wingstop stan account, please. We would
No,
love
and
some
I
Wingstop.
love Wingstop, but I had, like, the hot wings, and girl, I went
Really?
outside, my boyfriend drove out the community. I said, "Oh, I think you gotta turn around." I was like, "Actually, no, I think I'm good," and then I looked at him, I said, "Turn around." No. It
Yo,
was
I can picture your
so
face.
bad. I went from, like, "I'm good" to, "No."
The octave in your voice bass dropped quick.
Girl, it was so bad, but yeah, I've never
Wow.
really had, like I've never done, like, a crazy wellness spend that was unnecessary, but I did almost buy a 400 or $800 juicer. It was a commercial grade juicer, and I wanna start juicing and, like, doing all this stuff at
Is
the
it a
moment.
Nama?
I don't remember the name, but it was like 4 or $800, and I was, like, slightly convincing my boyfriend. I almost got him to do it, and then I was like, "Wait, really, Crystal? Like, $400 for a juicer?"
I'm not gonna lie, I want one. I'm in the market for a juicer and I've seen one and it costs 400. I've never spent that much on like a wellness, I guess like appliance or anything like that yet, but
Mhm.
I am looking at getting one of those like LED masks and those are like $500. But apparently it's good for your skin. It has like red light therapy, blue light therapy. They're really expensive, but
How
I
do we
actually
how do
like
we
I
know
want
if
one for
it's how do
Christmas.
we know if it's just like a red light on our face and it's not actual therapy? Like, how do we really know, you know?
The more expensive ones are actually, like, clinically proven to be what they're supposed to work for. That's why they're, like, 5, 6, $700, like, they're expensive.
Allegedly.
I think the cheaper ones, definitely, we don't know, but the ones that are, like, more expensive, like, they're, like, dermatology tested, and
Be
they're
scared.
expensive.
I'm not gonna lie, I'd be scared about those. I have one,
Really?
and yeah, I have one, and I'm just like, I don't know, I haven't used it. Maybe you could come over and you could use it. You go first.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll
But
borrow it.
yeah, you go first and let me know how that goes. But yeah, so I almost bought a juicer. Also, did you know juicing just concentrates the sugar?
Girl, it's like,
Did you know that?
we can't win for trying to fight with trying to be healthy.
Not me being that friend to be like, but did you know?
Did you know
Yeah,
it's
girl.
nothing but sugar? But you know what?
Juicing, yes.
I'll take that over, like, processed sugar any day.
No, for
I'll take it.
sure, but it's a matter of if you're looking to get, like, the benefits from whether it's the celery or whatever it is, just eat the fruit. Just eat the fruit. You're
Mm,
better off eating it because when you juice it, you literally just concentrate all the sugar and you end up drinking a lot more sugar than you would have if you just ate it.
that makes sense.
But yeah, so another
That
fun
makes
fact.
sense. Yeah, so I'm, like, not I'm literally, like, being very mindful of the things I'm spending my money on to be a wellness girly these days, and I'm like,
Mhm.
I'm really trying to work on not breaking the bank to feel like I feel good and I'm taking care of my health because health is wealth, but I want us to talk about different options or alternatives that we can give people on what to do. I think as it relates to like gym memberships, if you're that type of person that you love going to multiple gyms and different types of gyms, there's things like Class Pass where you can try so
Mhm.
many different gyms in your area. It could be like different Pilates studios or different gyms, and you just pay one price versus paying multiple prices for different types of gyms. You can literally just pay one price to do that thing. And also, don't underestimate the work you can do on your own with buying
Mhm.
equipment. If it's Amazon and also, like, going outside. Like, don't underestimate. The world is your oyster. The world can be your gym as well. Like, you can run outside. You can do some calisthenics outside. Like, I think gone are the days where people literally just roll out their mat and do push-ups and sit-ups. Like, you don't need a reformer. You don't need all of the glitz and glitter in order to be a person who is well. Like,
Yeah.
you
Oh my god, I love
literally
that.
need
And
no money to do that.
yeah, and even with the Pilates phase, like, if you wanna try Pilates, mat Pilates at home, they gonna have you sweating. Instead of paying 250 or 300 monthly for an in-person situation, do it at home for a $25 virtual session or on YouTube. You know what it is, Amanda?
Mhm.
It's not that being a wellness it's not only that just, like, being a wellness girly is expensive, it's about giving yourself more excuses to work around. Like, if you really
Mm.
wanna do that workout or you really wanna do that exercise or you really wanna prioritize your health, you're gonna find ways around it by using your resources because where there's a will, there's a way.
Absolutely. I
It's not
agree.
it's not just about going to the gym and my boyfriend tells me this now, like, "Oh my god, I don't wanna get a membership right now," and he's like, "So then go walk," and I'm like, "I don't wanna walk." Because the truth is is not a priority for me right now. I'm making
Yeah.
excuses, holding myself
Yeah.
accountable too, you know?
Absolutely. No, I agree, and I think that I'm never gonna tell people not to spend their money on the things that make them happy, but I feel like if it's coming to a point where your finances are being affected by
Finance.
that, I think you should take something out. So, like, if you know Pilates is something you love and you wanna spend the money on it, then you should buy food and eat it at home and not eat out. I think you have to find balance where it's like you'll sacrifice one thing so that you can get the thing that you want. Like I think that we need to like start doing that, like and not feel like we need to have every single thing at one time. Like I
Mhm.
think that if you literally structure it to where it's like, all right, I'm gonna sacrifice eating at home so I can go to my favorite Pilates class, or I'm gonna eat out and not go to my Pilates class. Like I think that we just have to figure out what's more important to us and figure out alternatives for that.
Yeah, and even groceries, I know the go-to would be like, "Hey, try a farmer's market," but maybe try a farmer's market that you know is more cost effective or go directly to the farmers. I mean, that I know that's a little more possible in, like, suburban areas, like down here in Florida and stuff. We have access to stuff like that, but not so much in big cities. So, yeah, I think for me, I'm like, I'm about to start growing my vegetables because that's just something I wanna do, like, as a hobby in general.
Imma start shopping in your backyard.
No, for real, and literally I would, cause you know, at a certain point, like, you have so much stuff you can't store it.
Yeah.
I would give groceries away, like,
While
for
you're at it,
sure.
please convince your boyfriend to let you get some chickens, because I will buy eggs from you,
Oh
please.
my god, stop. He's gonna kick me out the house, but I've been thinking about it, getting some chickens.
Put 'em in the back.
No, for real, I gotta separate them from my dogs, but I've been thinking about it.
Yes, put 'em in the back. No, but overall, I think we just have to find ways to find balance for the things that we love, and I think that's just what it boils down to. I think there's nothing wrong with being a wellness girly, but there is something wrong with breaking the bank in order to be a wellness girly. I think everything should be done within your means, and I love that we're having this conversation because I feel like it's important, and I've been feeling it for a while. I'm like, I love being a wellness girl, but it's costly. It's
Yeah.
expensive.
Yep, I agree, and I think my elevation message would be, like, health is about how you feel, not about how it looks on social media or about how cute you make it look.
I love that. I love that. I think I had one too. One that I wanted to say for it is take care of your body. You only get one. Like, you don't get to choose another body. So be mindful of what it is that you are putting in your body because it's going to be reflected on the out. So,
Mhm. But yeah, I love that we had this conversation so that people could just like realign. Sometimes I know we all get really consumed by social media and like how things are being marketed to us, but just remember that the foundation is the foundation regardless of like what it looks like. So if that's something you want to do, you're always going to find your way around it. I also wanted to say before you guys go, we're thinking about moving to Mondays. So let
yes,
us know if you guys want to hear Elevators podcast at the top of the week, you know, as a little bit of motivation, kind of help you get started for the work week. Let us
that's
know what
right.
you think, if we should move to Mondays or not. But
Yeah, I think it'd be really cool if we move to Mondays because we want you guys to have a great positive start to your week, and why not start your week with us? So I think it'd be amazing. So hopefully you guys agree to us doing this on Mondays. And if this show helped you or you thought about somebody as you're listening to the show, definitely share it with a friend and also rate and leave comments. We love hearing from you guys. Hit us up on SpeakPipe, rates and reviews because that's what helps other people find our podcast. We love our community and thank you guys so much for tuning in for another episode. This was good.
bye.
Bye, y'all.